This Forgotten Crimes documentary tells the story of ordinary people who made extraordinary mistakes at British airports, transforming dream holidays into cold handcuffs. Before we dive into the first case, please take one quick moment, hit the like button, subscribe to more video like this. Now, let's go. Danielle Shields had made the trip 15 times, 15 flights between Liverpool and the island of Jersey since December 2023. To the customs officers charting her movements, that pattern was a screaming red flag. But it wasn't until February 8, 2024, that they decided to make their move. The 43-year-old from Liverpool touched down in Jersey carrying just $20 cash and one bank card. When questioned about her stay, she dropped a name: the Royal Yacht Hotel, one of the island's most exclusive establishments, a luxury stay for someone traveling so light. Officers noted the inconsistency, but let her pass. 24 hours later, Shields returned for her outbound flight. This time, customs were waiting. A search of her single piece of luggage revealed $2,236 in cash, plus $800 in gift vouchers and receipts for high-end clothing. Then, the damaging admission. Shields confessed to having an additional $1,360 concealed internally. Officers also noticed a brand new Tag Heuer watch on her wrist, worth thousands. The final piece of the puzzle arrived when they retrieved a package she'd posted back to the mainland. Inside, an empty Tag Heuer box and a receipt for the $2,000 timepiece. Shields broke. She confessed to exporting cash she suspected was the proceeds of crime, likely drug sales. And this wasn't her first run. Those 15 journeys weren't holidays, they were collection runs. She was a courier, a money mule paid to ferry drug profits from Jersey back to the Northwest. At Jersey's royal court, the gravity of her role was laid bare. Moving cash, the Crown Advocate argued, is the lifeblood of the illegal drug trade. Without couriers like Shields, the entire operation collapses. Shields' defense claimed she was pressured, caught up in something she regretted. But Lieutenant Bailiff Anthony Olson was unmoved. Shields knew she was dealing with drug money. She was jailed for 21 months. The woman who had flown between Liverpool and Jersey 15 times in just over a year now traded the Royal Yacht Hotel for a cell provided by His Majesty's Prison Service. Her vital link in the drug chain was severed. Emma Llewellyn arrived at Jersey Airport on November 8, 2023, aboard a flight from Liverpool. The 39-year-old from Stoke-on-Trent claimed she was visiting a friend for the weekend, but customs officers had a hunch. A routine search of her bags turned up swabs positive for cocaine. Llewellyn first denied it, then admitted using cocaine the week prior. The officers weren't convinced. They ordered a full search. Hidden on her person, they found a wrapped package containing 52 grams of Class A drugs. When asked about the discovery, Llewellyn's response was chillingly dismissive. She told officers it was just a bit of coke. In her interview, she confessed she was paid $1,000 for the delivery, but she also claimed she owed $350 to a man she knew only as porn star who gave her the drugs to clear her debt. A vague description of a man with a fat belly was all she offered, a convenient villain to shoulder the blame. The 52 grams, which Llewellyn called a bit, had an estimated street value of $13,000. At sentencing, the court heard about her motivation and vulnerability, but the facts were undeniable. She knowingly transported a massive amount of Class A drugs for financial gain. The senior manager for Jersey Customs emphasized the clear deterrent. The huge risks outweigh the promise of easy money. Llewellyn was sentenced to 4 years and 6 months in prison. Her $350 debt to a man who may not even exist had cost her nearly half a decade of her life. The 52 grams of just a bit of coke sealed her fate. Edward Nesbitt, a former boxer and father of 2 from Northern Ireland, landed at Manchester Airport on March 4, 2024, on a flight from Amsterdam. He picked up a suitcase from the carousel and headed straight for the Nothing to Declare channel. He didn't make it. When customs stopped him, Nesbitt offered a desperate lie. He claimed he had stolen the suitcase. When officers opened the bag, the lie collapsed. Inside were 23 kilograms of cannabis, valued at over $93,000. Nesbitt was immediately arrested, but this was a coordinated trap. Earlier that morning, Yok Woon, a 43-year-old Uber driver from Malaysia, had arrived from Singapore. CCTV showed Woon entering the baggage reclaim but leaving without his luggage, the same suitcase Nesbitt later picked up. Drug gangs use this tactic. One person brings the bag in, another collects it. If one gets caught, the other walks free. This time, both were caught. Woon was arrested a week later when he returned for a flight to Abu Dhabi. Both men answered no comment to every question. At Manchester Crown Court, the prosecutor stated both men were couriers who received very limited financial benefit. Woon, who was using a stick due to gout and had no prior record, was called naive. Nesbitt, already serving a suspended sentence, claimed he was handed an offer he felt he could not refuse. Judge Hilary Manley acknowledged their personal difficulties, Nesbitt's mental health issues, Woon's lack of criminal history. But she was clear they had acted in tandem to import cannabis and deserved immediate imprisonment. The Uber driver received 10 months. The former boxer received 12 months. They gambled their freedom on a single suitcase. They both lost. Jung Chao and Lei Watt arrived at Manchester Airport on April 16, 2024. The 30-year-old man and 25-year-old woman claimed they were married and traveling from Malaysia for their honeymoon. It was a romantic story, meticulously rehearsed and utterly fake. Border. Force officers stopped the couple for inspection. When their suitcases were opened, the romantic story ended. Inside, officers found a total of 56 vacuum-sealed packages of cannabis. The wholesale value, $99,000. The honeymoon was over. Chow refused to talk. Watt claimed she thought the suitcases held alcohol and that a third party was supposed to collect the packages in exchange for payment. Neither had any prior convictions. At their sentencing, the couple sat in the dock, sharing a sad embrace and a kiss. The drugs were destined for distribution across Britain, and the couple were simply the couriers, promised only $800 each. The judge told them they had been expecting a significant financial advantage and had little regard for the consequences. Both pleaded guilty to fraudulent evasion of prohibition. They each received a matching sentence of 1 year and 3 months imprisonment. Their brief venture into the United Kingdom, built on a lie, cost them their freedom and guaranteed a deportation back to Malaysia. Larissa Lins made her first and only visit to the United Kingdom on August 24, 2024. The 27-year-old Brazilian mother of 4 flew to Manchester via France and Portugal. She carried a small pink cabin bag and told Border Force officers she was here to walk around and research nice places. She was friendly and cooperative. Too friendly. When asked if she was carrying anything illegal, Lins adamantly denied it. Then, in a catastrophic self-inflicted move, she offered up her mobile phone. She wanted to show officers photos from her time in France, proof of her innocent tourism. As officers scrolled, they found something that stopped them cold, a photograph of white pellets. They recognized them instantly as concealed cocaine packages. Lins was arrested immediately. The photograph was her confession. Under questioning, Lins admitted she had swallowed pellets before leaving Brazil and had them inserted internally. She was taken to the hospital, where over several hours she passed 99 pellets. A further search found additional pellets hidden in her bra. Total haul, 923 grams of cocaine with a street value of $72,000. Lins confessed she was promised the equivalent of just $1,400 in Brazilian currency. Her defense described her as being in a state of sheer desperation, exploited by criminals who threatened her when she tried to back out. Had any pellet burst, she could have died. Judge Patrick Field acknowledged the exploitation, but noted the seriousness of the crime. The mother of 4, who had come to research nice places, was jailed for 3 years. Her friendly gesture with her phone ensured she spend a year behind bars, paying an enormous price for a small sum of money. Sophie Bannister and Levi April Wally cultivated a perfect jet-set lifestyle online, filling Instagram with bikini shots from Ibiza, Thailand, and New York. But behind the glossy facade was debt and desperation. In December 2023, that reality caught up with them at Birmingham International Airport. The two friends, 30 and 31, returned from what they called a shopping trip to New York. When UK Border Force checked their bags, the shopping trip was exposed as a massive drug run. Inside their suitcases were 70 heat-sealed packages containing 35.5 kilo of cannabis, street value over $160,000. Wally frantically insisted the packages were watches. The truth was, in their text messages, the friends were part of a coordinated smuggling plan. The whole thing started with a message on Instagram: travel to New York, bring back some watches. Bannister was in debt. Wally needed to escape personal issues, they were far from naive. The court heard Bannister's share was worth 4,500s, Wally's was 121,500s. The consequences were immediate and brutal. Bannister was kicked out of her family home, Wally lost her job as a nurse, and had her license suspended. The judge chose not to impose immediate prison time, giving Bannister a 20-month sentence suspended for 18 months, and Wally a 16-month suspended sentence. But the Instagram influencers who once flaunted their lifestyle now carry criminal convictions that will follow them forever. A painful reminder that social media lies can't hide 70 packages of cannabis. Cormac Graham, a 24-year-old father from Old Swan, thought he was untouchable. For more than 2 years, he ran a booming cannabis business through Instagram, operating under the username Liverpool Loud Packs. His digital shop window attracted nearly 3,000 followers. It was brazen, sophisticated, and highly visible. If you enjoy this video, don't forget subscribe and more video like this. Thanks for watching.